Testing, testing. Okay, let's go. Let's do this thing. Good morning to everyone joining here. Welcome to the London session live stream. We have GBP CPI now coming up at 8:15 minutes. Alright, so this is a big one. Let's just check other news. I see Bank of England, Governor Bailey spoke yesterday. Let's just check. Okay, that sounds good. Morning, Jared. Okay, so obviously Governor Bailey is just addressing the fact that we have CPI today, talking about inflation. Okay. So yeah, CPI, 8 o'clock. Right, let's do our analysis here quickly. Let's start off on the weekly. Okay, I don't know why my chart looks like this, and I don't really like it. Let's go look for another chart here quick. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, looking at your weekly, we have tapped into the weekly resistance right now. Okay, let's go back to Oanda, check the daily. Okay, there you go, daily chart's a bit better. Now the daily, we've also tapped into resistance right over there. Okay, 4 hour, we've got this indecision candle here at resistance. So right now, obviously the market's slowed down because we have CPI coming up. So everyone's just waiting in anticipation for CPI. Hence, that previous 4 hour was an indecision candle. But you could also say that that could be due to the fact that we are sitting at resistance here. So really all depends on the news. Now looking at this daily level we've marked up here, there's a lot of wicks over here as well, but it looks like we've got decent traffic moving back up to these highs. So let's just refine the zone on a lower time frame here. Okay, you got a 30-minute resistance right there, and then after that it's nice clean traffic moving up. Okay, so by the looks of things, we're gonna have buys above this level here today. If we do break and close above here, we do have levels of concern right there. So I'm marking that up as a level to potentially go break even, manage a trade however you will. 20 pips, not bad. And then our targets, for these bars are going to be this hourly resistance. It's quite a strong level there. Look at those wick rejections. Okay, Arguably, you could move this level up to here, but I think I'm going to be more comfortable having it right there on the hourly. Stream seems to be lagging, eh? Okay, there you go. Okay, sorry. I thought the stream was lagging, so I just wanted to make sure everything was fine. Looks alright. Okay. So there's the play for buys. Looking for a closure above 166,260. And then in terms of sells, I mean, overall we are bullish. With inflation news, we could definitely get a pullback. But where to take these sells from is the question. Possibly below the support, but I think it's better to wait for a break below 165,550. Below that resistance, then you are now in this range right here, and that's decent. Okay, how big is this range? 30 pips. And in terms of going break even, if we do take sells in this range, got that 4-hour support right there. Okay, makes sense as we fill these wicks. Okay, so this entire range right here, it's probably going to be a no trade range, because right now obviously this is just a range. There's no real direction right here. Now we could pull back down to support, bounce up, and still continue moving up, but I think it will be safer to wait for a break of resistance. We'll see what happens. If we can pull into 165,550 and form a decent support right there, we could have buys off of this level. Okay, so I will look at that as well. Morning title. Okay, so for now we got buys off of 165,560. If we, like I say, if we come back down to that level, form support. Moving up quite nicely right now, and we've got about 5-6 minutes to go. Like I say, bars above here. 166,260. And for sells, like I say, I want to wait for a break into this range right here. Right now, lining up quite nicely for buys. We also had this resistance right here. let's maybe mark this up, because we're forming support right there at the moment. Look at that. You see, with news at 8, I probably want to wait for London Open as well. We'll see how much volume comes into the market now at 8. But I know that generally when there's news at 8, that initial move can sometimes be a fake out, and then at 9 o'clock we get the real move. So I'm going to be patient here, wait for 9 o'clock most probably. I think that's your best bet. I'll have a look at gold shortly. For continuation of sells here, if we do get some sort of sell-off today, I think your final target's going to be down here. Okay, let's have a quick look at gold. Gold really, it's just in a range at the moment. Okay, so it looks like we're about to break below the support, but you see, the thing is, you have to be aware of what's happening right now in gold high time frame. Right now on the daily, it looks like you could be forming resistance here to continue drive down, continue driving down. But the thing is, we have interest rates next week, and now by the looks of things, these interest rates have possibly already been priced in. So what happens with that kind of thing is interest rates will get priced in, and then when they're released, we get some sort of pullback or consolidation. So that's most likely what we are leading into right now, just looking at the past. Okay, so we could have sells today, but I think I'll only really be comfortable taking sells once we break this support right here at 172. Pretty much the same idea as yesterday. Because we could easily tap into this daily support right here and reject, and then flip bullish on this daily candle and fill these wicks. I think if you do get a closure below 1707 right here, because you see you had resistance, support, support. This little move right here was somewhat of a fake out, so you could kind of ignore that. And then I think below 1707 you could maybe have sells. We'll see when the time comes. And then for buys, I want to wait for a break above 1714. and we're going to target the same level as yesterday at 17.19. Okay guys, it's 8 o'clock. Let's just have a quick look at GJ. Okay, so we did form support here on the hourly. And let's just check at the numbers. Still not out. Unemployment change, good. Or employment change, unemployment rate, good. Average, that's yesterday, my bad. PPI, good, good, good. Okay, looks like good numbers. But the thing is now, CPI is actually inflation. So these numbers may look good, but in reality, inflation is not necessarily a good thing. Okay. So we could get an initial push up, but we may have some sort of correction coming up from those numbers. Morning. Like I say, best bet is to just wait for 9 o'clock. Morning everybody, welcome to the stream. You see here, actual results greater than the forecast is good for currency. So the actual results are better than the forecast or higher than the forecast, but this is inflation. So you have to be aware that's not necessarily a good thing. But we had Governor Bailey, Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaking yesterday, and he said if there's signs of greater persistence of inflation and price and wage settings are such signs, we will act forcefully. So I think they're going to come down quite hard on inflation, probably raise rates quite aggressively. So keeping that in mind, we could see something similar to what happened on gold. Now, like I say, these raised interest rates are pretty much priced in already, and that's basically people selling the rumor and then buying the news. You could look at it from that perspective. So right now, you could say that the rumor, because inflation is higher, and we can probably just guess right now that they will raise rates, you could pretty much bet that they will raise rates more aggressively, and therefore we could anticipate a move up. If you get me. Sometimes it's difficult to articulate your thoughts, but that's what I'm thinking here. But at the end of the day, all we're gonna do is react to what price is doing. So just thinking it through, you know, all the scenarios, possibilities. But at the end of the day, we've already planned for what price could potentially do, and we will react if any of those things happen. Simple as that. So for gold, we got bars above 17.14. I'm gonna just say potential sells. Potential sells below 1707. Okay, so that's the plan here on gold today. We'll have buys above 1714, looking to target 1719 with runners maybe to 1724. And then for sells, we'll see about sells below 1707. I'm not entirely comfortable taking trades within this range. There's just indecision in this range, and I think it's going to be better to wait for a break below 1702. Now, if we get sells below 1702, man, it's such a mission to scroll all the way left. But I know there's a level somewhere here at 1696. Okay, yeah, there you go. 1697, let's say. Support, 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 support. Resistance, support. Yeah, definitely looks like a good level to target there for sells if we do start or continue moving down here. Looks like there's quite a bit of volume to the downside this morning already. And then, of course, you do have this really clean range moving down below 1697, so we could potentially target 1685. We'll just have runners down to there. Talking about runners, it doesn't seem as though anyone is still in the positions from Monday, but I'm still holding runners from Monday's stream on GJ. We executed bars right here at London Open at 16,4,640. As you can see, price never came back down to that level. But I think with the way things are looking, I'm going to take profit on that trade right now this morning. Okay, so just be patient. GJ right now is in a range. And we'll most likely have to wait for 9 o'clock here. Gold. Wow, look at gold there. A lot of volume on gold this morning already. I think to take sells below 1707,500, I'm going to need an hourly candle closure below there to feel a little bit more confident. So, yeah, I'm just going to be waiting here until 9 o'clock. Right now, the way gold is moving actually looks cleaner than GJ. you've just got this straight volume to the downside, sitting below this support at the moment. Like I say, I don't really like this range, but it's not to say that price shouldn't move down quite nicely here, because if you look at your daily, I think once you break below maybe yesterday's low, once you break below yesterday's low, I think there's a very high probability we move into 1702. So maybe it's better we actually have this level right here, and then we can have sales below there. (9 a.m. is London Open. So we have had news at 8, so we could get some sort of movement from that. But what I've seen with news at 8 here on GBP is sometimes you'll get some sort of fake out on the initial news release at 8, and then 9 p.m. you get the real move. This happened to us the other day. I'll find it right here. If I'm not mistaken, this was the last CPI. Let's have a look here. The last CPI, June 22. See, I don't forget these things, man. June 22, here we go. We had resistance right over here. Look at this, 8 o'clock. We moved up. And wow, looks like we should continue to move up, right? Wrong. Wait for 9 o'clock. So, yeah, we can see what CPI did last time. Let's keep that in mind. So like I say, you could get that initial move down and then potentially continue moving up. So yeah, we learned from our mistakes from the last CPR. I took a bar at 8:30, and I won't be doing that today. Just waiting for London Open. Patience pays. The thing is, even to take a trade now, there are no confirmations. The last time there was somewhat of a confirmation, there was a breakout. Yeah, we had this candle close above resistance, and I think I actually had my level up here. So I was quite conservative. I didn't even have my resistance up there. I had my resistance at that level. I set buys above there, closed above there, and as you can see, 8:30 we closed bearish, and then London Open we just dropped. So yeah, we got about 45 minutes, guys. At least everything is planned out. We know what we're looking for. So there's no rush. No rush. We also have Euro Central Bank interest rates. When is that? Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we have some big news. 2 o'clock. Now, Euro obviously isn't in either of our pairs, but it will have a effect on the overall market. This is really big news. Also got pound, yen news tomorrow morning. Okay guys, I'm just gonna go grab some coffee quick. Like I say, we're waiting for London Open, so there's really no rush here. Take it easy. We should have some nice movement today. Guys, I just want to explain something to a friend quick. So I'm gonna re-explain what happened here with the previous CPI, just so I can take a quick video and explain what I'm looking for. Okay, so as you can see right now, we are just ranging. The news has been released 20 minutes ago for the pound CPI news. Okay, numbers were good. Now I want to show you the previous CPI, June 22nd, alright? So I actually took a trade on this day and it ended up being a losing trade. Now I'm going to try and take what I learned from that day and obviously implement it today. So what happened on the 22nd, right here, you can see we had this push up in price, okay, from that initial news. So we broke above resistance and I took buys on the break of that candle high, anticipating that we would have volume to push price up here, maybe into these highs. That was the plan. And then 8:30 closed bearish, okay, or 9 o'clock this candle closed bearish, and then London Open, as you can see, we didn't even get a top wick, price just dropped. So right now you can see there's really there's no volume. That volume's gonna come in at 9 o'clock, so just stay patient. There should be a nice move. This is Jared. Got your cowboy hat on today. Let's go check it out. Yeah, well, it does make sense because, like I was saying, this level right here at 1706 is like yesterday's lows. This area here, this whole area is a resistance or rejection area. So if you are looking to go bullish today, that could be a really good area to take buys, moving up all the way into like 17, 19. Just, yeah, I would have waited for like a bullish candle closure. There you got on the 5 minutes. So yeah guys, check out the Discord group. There's a community chat. You can see guys are sending charts, and then I do obviously announcements and then trade updates. So we took this trade on Monday on GJ. Yeah, you can see entries at 164, 640, and those runners are still going. Like I said, I think I'm gonna close them now before this news, but those entries were taken right here, and price never came back down to those levels. So that buy is still running. I'm not too sure if anybody's holding, but wow, what a trade. Okay, we're pushing bearish right now, and I quite like this because from what we saw in the last CPI, this could be that like fake out kind of move. So drawing in all the, I don't know man, I don't like to talk about like market manipulation, but like this could be just collecting liquidity basically for that move up at London Open. Or we could continue moving down, of course. That's also a possibility, but I'm only going to take sales below 165,560. Yeah, man, I don't want to sound like a smart money kind of guy, you know. I trade dumb money. But you could say that this is drawing in the sellers, stop hunt, whatever, collecting liquidity. In reality, actually, you are in consolidation. But this move down could just be the pullback before we get that move up. Okay, I'll tell you the only way I end up taking sells on gold today is if we get, okay, obviously if we close below 1702, then we're good for sells. But in terms of taking sells within this range here, I don't feel too comfortable. But if we could get a nice candle closure right below support, leaving us with at least like 10 pips right here to get to break even. So I want to see us close at like 1705, 600 kind of thing. Because then if I'm taking sells within this range, I know I can at least go break even as we tap into this 4 hour support level right here. So in order to take sells within this range, I'm going to need a very specific closure. So we closed below 165,970, this resistance, and then you can see we had support there as well. So you could maybe see price move down to 165,770. But if we close back above 165,970, then I'm going to say that that looks like a fake out. I think if we get a bullish candle closure here, this 8 o'clock candle, if it closes bullish, we may have bars at 9 o'clock, even if we don't get a closure above here. Let's see. Yeah, if we can close above 166 at 9 o'clock, we then could potentially have bars. That gives you about 15 pips to your nearest resistance. Yeah, let's just see. Let's see how it goes. Last week wasn't really a great week. Negative 24 pips for the whole week. So, not bad. Nice win on Monday, no trade yesterday. Currently on a 3 trade win streak. $140 to $170 pips down. Let's see something here. I don't know. I say max like 90 pips. If you've been on the stream quite a lot, you'll see I don't normally use trend lines, but once in a while I'll whip them out. So what I'm looking at here is we have a little bit more room to tap the top of this channel here. But what you could see now, maybe at London Open, we drive down to the bottom of this channel. Maybe we retest like 165,550. Like I say, that's my level of I'm looking for price to form support there as one of the scenarios for bars, and then that will be a nice confluence if we tap into that trend line as well, and we could have really nice bars off of 165,560. lot of volume on gold today. We've got 25 minutes until London Open, and we should have a trade at 9. So just be patient, guys. It appears as though the hourly is forming support right here at 165,980. We had a strong resistance level there yesterday, and this previous hourly candle closed bullish on that level. We've had a pretty strong wick down here with the news. Sorry, and then, like I say, we're waiting to see if this candle closes bullish. Then we may have buys within this range, but I'd rather wait for a closure above 166,260. But we've got this minor resistance right here, and I believe if we close above there, we should have some really nice volume to carry us up to at least 166,200. obviously if we close below 165,980, this level where price is sitting right now, then we could look to move bearish. Looks like this 15-minute candle is going to close bearish. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so if this 15-minute candle closes bearish, we could certainly see price continue to move down here. But I won't be taking a trade just yet. Alright, I've got my plan. I'm going to wait for a closure below 165,560. The thing is, to sell now, you're also selling into pretty hefty support right here. 15-minute candle close with no bottom wick. Definitely no sells. Faking out all the sellers so we get this nice move up during London. 12 minutes, ladies and gents. I think it's going to be interesting today. But either way, it definitely paid to be patient and wait for London Open. As you can see, nothing's really happened. So we learned from last CPI. for the pound, that if there's news at 8, you want to just wait for London Open, because that's when volume is really going to kick in. So if we do get into a trade at 9 o'clock, who's to say it's going to play out, but at least we have higher probabilities then of it playing out because we're trading with volume. Five more minutes, guys. Unless this hourly candle closes bullish, we're most likely going to have to wait for 9:30. So I've just adjusted this level slightly. It's not a huge difference, but I'm just looking at this range here. Initially I had this level marked up at this resistance. Okay, but you know, we've also got resistance here at 165,600, and we did tap into that level. There's also this wick here that tapped into this level. So this candle here was trading freely between 165,600 and 165,200. If you look on the 5 minute, yeah, you have this resistance right here. So I think if we get a close below even 165,600 with volume, we could potentially continue moving down here. Three minutes, it's going to be interesting. Right now nothing is happening, so I think there's going to be a big move here at 9 o'clock. The thing is, last CPI, okay, I was caught in the wrong direction, but if we had waited for London Open, there would have at least been some sort of confirmation for those sells. Right now, as price sits, there's no direction. We're sitting at support, and we are basically within this range. Got a minute left until London Open. I'm not going to check the Discord right now. You just said yo. Come on, man. What's up? Dr. Swisher. Dr. Swisher Sweets. Okay, moving up. Your 30 minutes is bullish, but it's just doji and it's below this resistance, so jeez, look at this thing. It's about to go crazy, guys, but there's nothing I can do right now. No confirmations for any sort of trade, so just be patient. Okay, here we go. Closed bullish on the 30 minutes. But obviously we are below support, so no trades here. Right now we're dropping already, no top wick. Could be the same story as last time. Let's see. If we break this previous candle high, we may rocket up here, but I probably just want to wait for a candle closure above 166. I like the way it's wicked down and it's rejecting these lows, and it's got no top wick, so if we are rejecting these lows, price is obviously going to come back and create a top wick, and with volume we could potentially break this previous candle high and then maybe drive up to 166, 160. Nope. Gold close with a nice little rejection candle there off of support. Okay, we initially pushed down and there just wasn't enough volume to the downside. So I'm thinking maybe this thing is winding up to move up. Okay, I'm gonna have a buy stop on the break of the 30-minute high at 166.02, 166.025. Stops are about 25 pips. Okay, looks like we are about to get triggered in here. $25 pip stops. Five-minute closed above that resistance. And I'm looking to go break even at 166, 160. So we tap into that level right there. Okay, looks like we are in. Stop loss at 165, 770. And our targets, obviously target 1 is going to be 166, 260. Target 2 is up here at 166, 720. Right, if we don't get stopped out and this 5-minute close is bearish like this, I think I'm going to just close the trade. So the idea behind this was that your previous 30-minute closed bullish, and then this new 30-minute drove down, respected the lows here, and then drove back up and then broke the high. So with volume, I was anticipating us to at least get to break even here, but right now it doesn't look like it's playing out. Morning bot not. Yep, there it is. Okay. $25 pip stop. Not too bad. Okay, so looks like we're reacting to the support. If there's gonna be any other trades here today, I think it's gonna be best to wait for a closure above 166,260, or maybe a more solid support to be formed. Look at this, we may just have been wicked out here. Yeah. We'll see how this 15-minute candle closes. Guys, these are my trades. So you do what you need to do and be responsible for yourself. If I try again and it doesn't play out, do not be mad at me. Alright? Deal. You'll be fine, Jared. Okay, so we had a slightly steeper wick there. Unfortunately, we got taken out. Our stops got taken out. But looks like your 15-minute candle is going to close. I was going to say maybe it's going to close bullish. But I think at this point, now that we've got this steeper wick, okay, and we're clearly respecting the support, if we break the highs right here, so same idea, we just got a steeper wick now. So far it's been a pretty uneventful CPI. This candle's 30 pips. Okay, so let's see. Gonna try this one more time. Buy stops at 166.50 on the break of the current candle high. 166.050 buy stops. Stop loss is going to be slightly bigger this time for 34 pips. Stop loss at 165,700. Let's just put this in here quick. Wow, that spelling is atrocious. Stop loss at 165,700. We've also got more options here to manage risk on this trade. If we get triggered in and then re-break the 15-minute low, at that point you can close half. And I'm in. Must go triggered in by spread. Same story, going break even at 166, 160. Okay, so our final target is at 166,670. Okay, tapped into that level right there. I haven't moved stops to break even just yet. Okay, here we go. Stops are at break even right now. I'm gonna close out half as we tap into 166,250. You can manage risk how you want here. If you want to give the trade a little bit more space, you can leave stops below the current 15-minute candle at this point. Personally, I've already taken a loss here today. But this was the same idea, same trade basically. Just got wicked out of the initial entry. Like I say, if you want to give it a little bit more space to run, stops below the 15-minute candle is a decent idea. But manage a trade however you feel comfortable. And let's break even for me. So yeah, break even for me. Let's just see how this would have played out if you had stops below the 15-minute. I'm sure some of you might still be in. I'd say as long as your 30-minute candle closes above 165.975, you should be safe. It'll be a lot better if it can close above this minor resistance right here. Literally just came to break even. It is what it is. Your 30-minute candle close is quite nice there. You could now potentially fill this wick, and then if you break the previous 4-hour highs here, that should be quite nice to drive on up to 166,670. But yeah, guys, I'm out of the trade. Got stopped out at break even. So your new 30 minutes obviously now currently creating a bottom wick. Obviously I don't know if price will continue up here, but if you can respect this level here at 165,980 and then re-break the highs, I think you should be in a decent position here. You could potentially then fill this wick right now. I'm just happy to be out of the trade. Sorry guys, I've been muted. Just saying, this new hourly candle here on gold pulled up, retested the support, and I think if it breaks its own low, you could see some continuation of these sells. But I'm done for the day. One loss, one break even. Looks like GJ broke the 15-minute lows, so you may continue moving down here. But for the most part, CPI, yeah, wasn't really that eventful. You're just stuck in this range. So I think that initial idea of waiting for a closure above 166 would have probably been safer. But anyway, the second trade got stopped out of break even. Yeah guys, I think that's going to be it for the day. No more trades from me. For gold, like I say, if you can get a closure just below the support, you could have some nice trades here. Moving down to 1702, I would definitely go break even at 1704 600. That's your 4-hour support. And then GJ, we could have a a further move down here, but I marked up that trend line just now. So I just want to show you something. With the last CPI, we had this initial move down for the day, for the morning. And then your next hourly candle closed bullish, and we had some nice movement up for the rest of the day until London close, where things started to sell off again. So looking at what happened last time, maybe we come down to like 165 600, 165 550, and if we can form support around this area, around here, it's quite a significant level right there. If you get a nice support form there, you could have bars back up to the high. I'd probably avoid taking sells within this range though. You've got support, right here. Pretty hefty support. So if you want to take sells, wait for a closure below, like 165, 600. Then you got some nice clean traffic. This 30-minute candle's still open. If this 30-minute flips bullish, yeah, that move may just play out, but yeah, I'm not going to try again. You'd probably want to take it on the break of this candle high. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. So I'm going to be out of here. Thank you so much for joining this morning. Is what it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow.